Good evening and welcome to the Coach Murray Show, Year 2, Coach, starting the year 2020 football season with you. Your second year as head coach, been here forever though, 20-something plus years. It's been a really strange offseason this year, Coach. How in the world do you prepare for a year like this?
Well, you just kind of take it as it comes. You know, you prepare, but you always have to change. We've had to change a lot of stuff this summer. We couldn't do things the way we wanted to, but we just rolled. So I'm so proud of the way the kids worked out and did things we asked. You know, and it just they went with it, and it actually probably we were able to benefit a little bit more by having a split like we did. We can only work out 25 at a time because our young kids who normally don't get a lot of reps when we're together were able to we were able just to focus on them as an entire, not entire staff, but the ones we had split up, we could focus completely on those young kids, and they're a little bit more ahead than our kids were last year.
Yeah.
And like it is extremely different. It will be different, but our kids have adjusted well, and our coaches have adjusted well, and it's just day by day is at the school too. It's just, we're just doing the best we can.
And everybody in the state's in the same boat. It's not unique to us.
Right.
I mean, I know you had spoken to me highly back in spring about how well the weight room was going up until the COVID break, but everybody's in that same boat right now.
That's right. Anytime you're doing a real good job in the weight room like our kids were doing, they were getting stronger, and it just, around March the 17th, boom, that was it. And, we just had to come back just like everybody else. So we were just like, all the teams had to deal with it, and it is what it is. It's like I tell the kids all the time, that slogan, win the day we use. You got to win that day no matter what card you're dealt. And sometimes if you're a card player, which I'm not, sometimes you play cards long enough, you can have some bad hands. But either go and you fold, but you can't fold in life. You got to keep going, and the kids did a good job doing that this summer, and I'm proud of them for that.
Good deal. I know you've had some changes. We've got a new man in now, offensive coordinator. Got Coach Bobby Jones over at defensive coordinator. Talk about the staff right now and where we're at on that.
Yeah, I probably, and I know coaches say this all the time, but, I believe I've got the best staff that a person could have or that a school could have, especially a Class A school. I've got 2 former head coaches and coaches with a lot of experience. And, I had my health problems back in January, and we didn't miss a bit. We didn't miss a beat. They picked up everything, worked on our varsity and our sub-varsity schedules, and got everything lined up, and we had a great summer. I didn't even ask them to do whatever. They were just always there. I had to keep up with them. But we kind of coach it, the head coach, I just kind of oversee what's going on. All I do is tote around a whistle and tote around a horn, but kind of get everybody lined up. I've been doing this for 26 years, and I've coached a lot of football, and a lot of games, a lot of practices, and I got guys that coach. They work for us and, the school to coach, and, I handle all the other stuff. But I got a great defense coordinator, Bobby Jones. He was here last year, and he runs our weight room, and he does a great job with that. I can't brag on him enough about how well our weight room is going, how much stronger our kids are. And he like I said, he coaches. He's the defense coordinator, and he's the outside linebacker coach. The inside linebacker coach is a new guy to staff. He's Ryan Young. He's a graduate several years ago. I'd tell you wrong if I tell you right now. I should have wrote it down. But great baseball player, and he was a great football player. And he's going to help Coach Sparks from the baseball in the spring. And I'm glad to have him on staff now. He's coaching the inside linebackers, and he's doing a job. He's hungry. He brings that old tradition back as well with that. And on defensive line, we have Jeff Swing, who he's coached junior high last year, and he's up there with us. He does a great job with the defensive line, and I'm excited about that. And Zach Wittenberg, who last year was our offensive coordinator, but Zach is probably the most well-rounded coach I have. He knows it all.
Really? Yep.
And he's our defensive back coach as well as our special teams coordinator. He can coach anything, I think, tiddlywinks or whatever, but he does a good job. I'm glad to have him stay with us, things like that. And the offensive side of the ball, I start off with the offensive coordinator, Dusty Phillips. He came to us from Cartersville, did that great program up there. He helped coach. He coached, Trevor Lawrence. He helped coach him. He was
that's
around him.
That's a resume right there in
and,
and of itself.
He was the co-offensive coordinator there last year, and we're lucky to have him. But we had, during his interview process, when I was talking to him, I said, we don't have a lot of the things that, things that you can get as hot as you are and as good as you are. I said, but we do have your mom and daddy here. And he said, well, I'm ready to come home, ready to bring my kids home to live here. And he's bought into the whole system, the whole thing we have going on. I mean, he's from here, and he loves it here. And I'm excited about him being here. He does a great job with the kids. And he knows exactly how to deal with them, and they're buying into what he's got going on. And you're going to see offense similar, but it's going to have a lot of tweaks in it. It's different, and I'm excited about that. And also on the offensive side of the ball, we have Coach Brian Lloyd still on the offensive line. He did a great job last year with some new starters. He's got some more new starters this year, but we only lost one off of it last year. So he's got 4 guys coming back, and I'm excited about that. And our receivers coach is Coach Brooks, and he also has a lot of returners back. We'll talk about that in a minute, but last year we're coming into the season with only 1 returner or 2 returners back on defense and 4 returners on offense. And this year it's a little bit different. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And my last 2 other coaches are the junior high staff who, they're labeled as junior high staff, but they're varsity guys. They help us so much with different things. And Coach Larry Carter, he's the head coach down there, and he does a good job developing the players coming up. You'll see a lot of these freshmen. We're going to start some freshmen Friday, and the reason why they're able to play is because of how he and his staff worked with them.
Yeah.
And there's Chris Kraft, who kind of runs the offense down there. He's been with us for a number of years, and J.D. Sauls, who runs the defense, he's down to junior high too. And those 3 guys help us out tremendously, not only for what they do to get our kids ready, but also just helping us out on Friday night doing different things.
I know they've done such a good job down there at the Bethune level. They've actually had schools that don't want to play them anymore.
Well, their schedule's tough to find. I mean, we're not in a league like a lot of these schools are around here, and it's tough if you're in junior high and you don't have a league because they like to league up, and that takes care of your schedule for the other sports too. Hopefully one day we'll be able to get back in a league. We were in that Waycross league.
At the Bethune level.
Yeah, but we were in that league for several years, and we got out of it, and we just kind of had to pick up games, and it's tough. And what's really makes it tough is with the other sports, basketball and baseball and wrestling and different things like that. We could, have no – and softball, that would already be set up if we was in the league. But hopefully one day we'll get back into one.
That's fantastic, Coach. Hey, let's move on, Coach. We've got we had the soap game the other night. We always tape delay that for you guys.
Yeah.
So nobody has seen that yet unless they were here. Can you go over that? I know we had a –
Well, we actually had the soap game this past Friday, and everybody – I guess if we had to judge it, whatever, I hadn't really looked at it too much. I tried to look at objectively both sides, but probably the offense probably got the best of the defense in. But it was vice versa the week before. We just had and I tell you what, people were fired up about having to see under the lights being put on. I decided 2 weeks ago, hey, we're going to have practice at night, 7 o'clock. And everybody thought it was a soap game. They were like, "No, it's not." I said, "I'm gonna just open up the gate. Y'all come in."
People are excited,
and the stands were full. There was a lot of people there, and I was excited too to see them. But as far as the soap game went, our offense had another week to develop, and we put in a few different more plays, some different plays, and our defense. Of course, we split them up, but it kind of we didn't really go strong. So what people saw wasn't the whole total package of what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. But we saw enough things. We put people where we wanted to put them, and the coaches got film on them, and we coached. So it went pretty well. We were able during the soap game to have all our special teams in, which we didn't have during that first scrimmage, and just kind of make a dry run with them and so on and so forth, and that which is real important, the special teams. I watched the high school games on this weekend, and even the college game that was on Saturday. All the special teams were hard sometimes, and it cost some folks, not really the games, but cost us some points.
Yeah. Talking about the soap game, I know you pretty well have an idea of who your starters are, but when you have a scrimmage and a soap game like that, is there a young man at the freshman, which it's a young team anyway, but is there a young man that steps up and catches your attention in a game format when the lights are on that maybe didn't?
Well, I tell you who probably was the most exciting player in the soap game the other day was number 4, Keith Harris.
He had a ball game.
He's 11th grader, and when was playing cornerback, and he got a pick against junior high and ran like 100 yards maybe back. But he'd also scored on a screen play. He's exciting in open field. He's hard to tackle. He probably the most outstanding player that was there. Tony Cobb couldn't dress out during the soap game, but so we had a Jalen Liddy who had he ran the ball pretty well, and then the little freshman Isaiah Baker had a long run. But there were some things that stood out. We got it on film, and our quarterbacks got a year under his belt, Jalen King, and he's really grown. He's put on probably about 20 pounds since last year, and he's throwing a better ball, and he's getting that good coaching from Coach Phillips, and they're kind of G-hawing together pretty good, and I'm excited about what we got going on. We haven't played anybody but ourselves yet. It seems like I think we've had 24 practices, and we're just measuring us against ourselves. But I think we're a little bit better than we were last year, but we've yet to play anybody else neither. So we'll see.
We're going to find out Friday night, Coach.
Yeah, we will.
But I tell you what I enjoyed about the soap game the other night was the enthusiasm, the excitement out of the players.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like night and day from last year. These kids are fired up this year.
Yeah, they are. I mean, we're talking today about getting that bad taste out of their mouth the whole year last year. And, I know a lot of people probably said, well, they had a terrible year. Well, it wasn't real successful, but there were some great things that went on, that me as a head coach and as a coaching staff, we tallied up things. There were some good things. We got some guys with a lot of experience coming into this season, and they still got 3 years for us or 2 years for us.
They know what to expect this year.
Yeah, and they're not as intimidated as they might will be. So they're excited. They're looking forward to a Friday night because like I say all the time, I don't think there's any better place in America than the band hitting that war chant and we hitting that field in those all black uniforms.
It's fun.
And the spear shining as we go. It's a great deal, and I look forward to that. And the kids, they're so excited. I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna be able to do with them Friday. I'm gonna just have to constantly just calm them down. But anyway, that's where they're looking.
That's
forward
something I used to talk to Coach Mack about. Do you like when you've got the kids on a Friday, home game versus away game? I know you try to keep them together, pinned up. Which do you like? Which do you prefer?
Well, I don't know. There's of course you love playing at home, but it's not bad being on the road. Because you got them. They're kind of all relaxed and they don't have, they're on the bus. They can't go and walk around.
Run off.
Yeah. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much. This year I think they're a little bit more mature than they were last year, and I can notice just the behavior when we're in the weight room, we're in meetings and stuff like that. It's going pretty well.
Right. On the defensive side of the ball from the soap game, what did you see that you liked?
Well, I mean, we're against some pretty good play, especially from number 50, Asad Akbar. That guy has a motor. He's bigger. He's never going to be real tall, but he's perfect for a high school kid. He's built low to the ground, and he's got a motor on. He goes constantly. He's good on both the offense and defensive side of the ball. He made all region last year, I think second team as an offensive lineman, and he will play on offense and defense this week too. Yeah. But he's just so hard to block one-on-one. I mean, even he was that way last year, and he's stronger this year, and I just can't wait to see how he matches up against some of the region's best. And our region, when I say the region's best, we're talking about the state's best. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what I would love to have about 4 linemen just like him. And I'd be a little bit more confident in going into this year.
That's high praise. That's good.
And
he's earned that.
Oh yeah, he has. I mean, and he's a foot shorter than 2 of our guys, but he's got a motor on him. He goes.
What have we got there on the list, Coach? Special teams 82 and 7.
Well, we got our kicker last year was perfect kicking, but he didn't get a chance to kick many extra points, and I think he kicked 1 field goal maybe, but we didn't score a lot. I think we only averaged like 11 points last year, but hopefully that'll change. But he's got where he can nail field goals pretty consistently from pretty good range, and that's a weapon to have. Instead of just having to go for it on 4th and 11 inside, around the 20, you can let's line up and let him kick it. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad about getting him out there going out for 35, maybe close to a 40-yard field goal. I mean,
really?
I wouldn't, especially 35 in. I mean, he's pretty much on. So, he's gotten stronger too as far as that goes. Cobb punting, he does a great job punting, and there was a lot of preseason hype with him with the 912 magazine and stuff like that, meant throwing his name out of being a punter. And he had a lot of practice last year to punt. We punted an awful lot, but he does pretty good. And we have a deep snapper who's one of the best in the country. And you may laugh and think that's kind of funny, but that's a pretty good skill.
Yeah.
And Braden Wittenberg, he Kohl's, the department store Kohl's, they had a camp and invited him there, and I don't know what number he is, but I know he's in the top 25 of the snappers in the country, and that's pretty impressive. And
that is definitely.
And there are some coaches out there that really have seen him on film, and he might get a chance just to snap in college one day. But anyway.
All right, Coach, I see you got a call you need to take. We're going to take a break, let you handle that, and we'll come back and we'll talk about Brantley County.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, used in their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Hey Indian fans! United First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills. And we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. So stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The Running Bear Outpost, located in the heart of Traders Hill Campground in Folkestone, Georgia at 1388 Tracy's Ferry Road, just yards from the St. Mary's River, where there's great fishing, boating, beach fun, and more. We have all of your camping needs, from ice and snow cones to boiled peanuts, drinks, snacks, and so much more. Charcoal, Coleman fuel, and camping supplies. Come and join the river or camp with us under these peaceful, majestic oaks for just $20 a night, full hookup for RVs and campers, or $10 a night for tent camping. We look forward to seeing you in the Running Bear Outpost. Come out and relax a spell. Alan Aldridge. All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Coach, we just got through talking about the soap game. Now let's look ahead to Friday night. The Brantley County Herons coming to town. I know we both have our mask around our neck,
Yeah.
But Friday night they're encouraging. There's not mandatory, but the school officials are encouraging everyone to wear a mask and try to maintain some sort of social distancing. But they are letting everybody in.
Yeah, as far as I know, dealing with Coach Cruz, I mean, he's a great athletic director. I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. All I'm dealing with football. As far as I know, he's selling as many tickets as he can and whatever. But I do want to encourage people to just be smart. And that's like I tell my kids all the time. You know, be smart. You don't have to necessarily get on top of people to talk to them. And if you have to get close to them, wear a mask. Like all they have to do is pull it up. Yep. And you'll see that the coaches have had theirs Friday night. But just be smart, because the kids want to play. They want to play all 10 games, and hopefully further than that. But we'd hate to just have to. Luckily, we've knock on some wood, we've avoided. I've had several kids quarantine, but not not because they were positive, but they were around whoever, and this was outside the school. But I've had several, and we hadn't been hit like Irwin. They're not going to be able to play Friday because they were hit by it. And like I said, I hope people are just careful and smart when they come.
Be smart. If you think you're running a fever, stay home. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they're going to have reminders of that. Of course, they can't screen everybody coming, but we'll screen our players. I do that every day. In fact, me and our trainer, every day we screen them before we start practice, and we'll screen them Friday night before the game. And Brantley, they'll do the same. The way they're going to do it is they'll screen their players before they get on the bus to come.
Yeah, I've
already talked to their coach, and
Charlton has really done a good job about that too.
Well, it takes some effort, takes some work. I mean, you wouldn't believe that school out there. I'm just so proud of the staff that we have out there, the administration and the teachers. My gosh, I mean, even my room is cleaner than it's ever been. We have to do it. We had to make a conscious effort, diligently every day, to clean and we've done a good job with that. And the kids are pretty good. We got some kids that wear masks and some that don't. Mm-hmm. But they've done a good job with, they'll stand, all teachers just about stand outside, or they have a stand to hit them with the hand sanitizer when they come in. And the kids have been real compliant with that. No major problems, and it's just different. But as far as the Brantley goes, we're excited about them coming to town. They got us last year. It's the first time ever. But I tell you what, they had a great ball team last year, and especially against us. We were not very big, and they were big, and they went foot to foot and just drove it down our throat, and we couldn't. They made us like it. We couldn't stop it. I see them maybe being a little bit different this year, but I think they'll have to, because I think we're a little bit stronger. But I could be wrong about that. But they like to kind of like do things like Frederica did, one back set, doing different kind of things, and it causes some problems, and we've been working on, we've got tape, of course, from last year. We looked at last year, but different tape we had from the year before, and different things, and hopefully, and I know we'll have to adjust to things. Like Coach Jones, he does a great job of adjusting to different things, and we'll just see. Hopefully the kids are going to play hard, and I know Brantley County is going to play hard, and he's a great coach, because last year, I mean, there's been several times the last 25 years we played Brantley that they probably were better than we were, and that's the honest truth, and we beat them because their coach would get I don't know, I guess impatient, He would try to change what they were doing. They could have beat us if they just ran it right down the throat. I've seen them several times do that and just stop and pass it.
Trying to get cute.
But Coach Canton, he did a great job there, Coach. He just said, I'm going to do this, and he did it to us. And I complimented him on it after the game. I said, Coach, you did something that hadn't been done in a while. You just kept the hammer down. It's what you're supposed to do, And he recognized that, and he does a good job with them. And it's always good to play Brantley. There's be a lot of people there, hopefully, and it's a lot of hype. And I'm glad it's happening. And I'm glad it's Brantley the first game.
Well, I know our young squad remembers that last year. I'm sure that's a lot of incentive for them this year.
Well, there's a lot. They remember it, but they don't remember it. Some of them do. They just they were young. They just they know it was bad, but they just which is a good thing. They put it behind them.
That's good.
They put it behind them.
That's a good thing.
And we have encouraged that. We've kind of played on that a little bit because they are young. Hey, put it behind you. Let's go. We all learn from this. And, we'll see how it goes Friday.
I hear that, Coach. Well, we're excited. We're ready. We're going to have it live like always. And we're excited to be back to football. It seems like it's been forever. We had the season put off, the whole deal.
We miss spring football, and I think people are ready to see it. Especially, they lost baseball season, which a lot of people like to do here, go to the games, and that's been gone. I mean, the first softball game they had here was a ton of people there because
people were ready for normal.
They were ready for some sports, and I hope there's a bunch of screaming fans up there, the most we could have, and even if it's through a mask, these boys need your help.
Scream through the masks.
That's right.
Scream through the masks Friday night. All right, Coach, we just had a quarterback club meeting over here right next door. What have we got as far as that? is
Well,
concerned here with the
we'll
Indians?
have a golf tournament coming up. We just wrapped up the stuff with the program. That's a pretty good fundraiser for us, and we sold our cards here about a month ago. The meeting tonight was about pregame meals. About we got to do that different, but that's where a lot of our costs go into, especially when we sell those cards. We take all that money and pay for meals for the kids, home and away, and we talked about that. That's mainly what we talked about, but we discussed a little more fundraising like the golf tournament, like I said, but and we talked about how we're going to do quarterback clubs meeting. We're going to try to meet every week here on out, so that's kind of a plug for them. Every Tuesday at 6:30, we're going to meet here at the field house in our meeting room and watch a little game film and then discuss the items that we need to talk.
You did that for the first time last year. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and hopefully I can talk to Coach, get Coach Jones and Coach Phillips to come in and do some stuff, and maybe have the other coaches. I want my guys to know our community, and our community to know our guys too. And maybe I could get some of them to stop. Maybe I can get some of them to fill in for me one game, do the show for me. But anyway.
The only coach I've never been able to get on the air is Coach Larry Carter. He will not do it, Coach.
He likes to get behind the camera. He does a good job behind the camera. He films for us, and he helps us with our huddle and things like that.
Yeah, I give him a hard time about that constantly. I told him I was going to get you to order him on the air one day.
Well, we might have to do that. I talked to him about his junior high team.
All right, Coach, I know you're tired. It's been a long day. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes,
Congratulations on your second year.
Well, thanks. I hope we get a win today.
Win the day. There you go. All right. We'll see y'all Friday night. Wear your mask. Social distance where you can, like Coach said. Don't be on top of each other, and just be smart, because obviously we want to play, and if anything comes up, that's going to knock it out. So y'all be smart. We'll see y'all Friday night. Thank you for watching the Coach Murray Show. Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral. Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew. Big Sammy, Little Sammy, Miss Pam, Rocky, Stephen, Dave, and Miss Joe at Folkestone Auto Supply.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Tri-City Insurance is a proud sponsor of Maiden Softball and Indians Baseball. Give them a call today for all of your insurance needs at 912-496-0020.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, Go Indians, and the Band of Pride.